Hey guys, Thea Nonie here. In today's YouTube video, I'm going to be talking about on how to make the best M4A1 class setup, whether it's for multiplayer or for Warzone, for Modern Warfare. So stay tuned for this YouTube video as I'll be showing you my favourite attachments to put on the M4A1 and the best perks as well. The whole loadout I'll show you and I'll cover it for you guys right now, so stay tuned. But before we get into today's YouTube video, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on the bell notifications as well, because I'll be doing a giveaway once I hit 100 subscribers, and the first 100 subscribers subscribe to my YouTube channel will be automatically entered into having a possibility to win a £20 gift card of the winner's choice. So make sure to stay active on my YouTube channel and subscribe and turn the bell notifications on to automatically be entered into that giveaway. And if you want to increase your chance on winning this giveaway, then make sure to stay active on my YouTube channel by subscribing, by liking, sharing the video and commenting as well, giving your opinion on all my YouTube videos. So let's get into today's YouTube video, guys. So I'm going to start off with the Warzone class setup. So basically, right, what you want to do is obviously make a new class, put M4A1 for a primary weapon, and let's go into the gunsmith. Obviously, you can put your own camo to whatever you want. That doesn't affect the damage of the weapon in any way. That's just for personal preference and to make the gun look cool. So basically, what I have on my attachments is for the muzzle, I have nothing. For the barrel, I have the FSS 1.5 Commando. For the laser, I have nothing. And for the optic, now this is personal preference once again. Some people need a red dot sight on their guns to aim good and to aim better, which is fair enough, because I always find myself either taking the optic off or putting the optic back on. Now, the pros you have of keeping the optic off is you can have more attachments to make the gun perform better. And if you're already good with the iron sights, then that's a pro. That's a plus for you guys. But seeing as some people can't perform as well when they're using the iron sights on the M4A1, you'll have to put an optic on. And now my favorite optic to use is, let me have a look here real quick. I think it's not the monocle reflex sight, no, it's the Viper reflex sight. That's my favorite sight to put on the M4A1 if I was to put on a sight, because like I said, I always find myself swapping back and forth. But either way, if you want to chuck on a sight, go for it. You can put on any sight you want. It's personal preference. It's your choice. So like I said, leave the optic blank. For the stock, I have M16 stock. That will then, you know, make your aiming stability a little bit better for the gun. For the perk, I have fully loaded. That is really good for Warzone, as I always find myself struggling for ammo. Unless I have an ammo crate, obviously, then I could just refill on ammo. But that is a very handy perk to have for the M4 or for any class in Warzone. I have for the grip, I have rear grip. That will then obviously make less recoil on the gun. For rear grip, I mean I have granulated grip tip. And then for ammunition, I have nothing. And then for underbarrel, I have Commando 4 grip. Okay, guys, that's basically it for the attachments on the M4A1. Whether it's for multiplayer or for Warzone, I like to keep to those attachments on the M4A1. And like I said, whether you're doing the multiplayer or the Warzone, it doesn't matter, because I like to keep the classes kind of similar, whether I'm playing in multiplayer or for Warzone. So the only difference with swapping back and forth is it tends to be the secondary weapon, the perks, and the lethals and the tacticals. But I'll get into that right now. So what you want to have for the secondary weapon on the primary class, the M4A1, is you want to have the RPG-7. Now, I like this gun because you can blow up cars easier. It's good for getting armor off enemies as well, especially if they're camping in buildings. You can just shoot the ceilings, shoot the rooftops, and it'll crack their armor, making it easier for your teammates to finish them off, or even for you to finish them off, because they'll have less armor on, and it'll take less bullets to kill them. So I like to use the RPG for that reason. But like I said, you can use a pistol. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's personal preference, but I like to use the RPG. For the perks, once again, this is all personal preference here. I got double time on, only because it you know, increases my tactical sprint by 30%. If I didn't use double time, I would probably use cold-blooded, because if I'm running around the map, then I don't want to be picked off by a sniper. Then cold-blooded is handy for those reasons, because you won't show up on the thermal scope. Or you can even have kill chain that will increase your chance of finding kill streaks, but I don't find that useful because I still find good kill streaks in crates anyway without that perk on. So I'd go for either double time or cold-blooded. Now for perk 2, I always go with ghost, because I don't want to be picked off by people that use UAVs and go for kills, because if I have ghost on, I don't have to worry about being hunted down by UAVs by other teams. And then for perk 3, I have tune up, which then reduces the revive time by 25%. Now if you're playing solos, then obviously you don't need to do tune up for perk 3. I would suggest either going for battle hardened, as it will reduce the strength of the enemy flash, stuns, EMPs and gas effects, or I would go for tracker, because then you can see enemy footsteps. So either one is handy to go for. And then for lethal, I have C4s. C4s are really, really handy. If you see a guy in the car trying to flatten you, you can just chuck C4 on his car and blow him up. Now I think it's like 2 C4s, I think, for most cars to literally kill them straight away. So yeah, C4 is really handy to have in Warzone. For tactical, then I have heartbeat sensor, which is really handy to have in Warzone. Once again, if you're rushing buildings, then you want to check whether there's any enemies about. Then you'll have to be extra cautious if people are showing up on your heartbeat sensor then. So that's the Warzone class setup. Now if I were to play multiplayer, I would change the secondary weapon probably to a handgun, and I would go with the .357. Now as far as attachments wise, I would say personal preference for the attachments. I've seen a lot of people using dual .357s, and I've seen that a lot happen in Warzone as well, and it seems to be a very powerful attachment to use, using 2 of these things, but I'm not quite sure which attachment is under to have the dual .357. But I think you've got to level up the gun a lot to have the option of using akimbo .357s, but that's really a powerful secondary right there, is using akimbo .357. For perks for multiplayer, I would go ahead and I'd probably stick to double time or like scavenger or cold-blooded, but with seeing as you die quite easy in this game, I would not kind of use scavenger. It depends. If you like to kill out and go for kill streaks, then scavenger is handy to have, but I would either chuck on cold-blooded or double time, because I like to rush around the map as well. But with the M4, maybe you don't seem to be rushing around as much in multiplayer, so I would go for cold-blooded. For perk 2, I would stick with ghost. For perk 3, then I would go for battle hardened or for tracker. So yeah, it's your choice again, it's personal preference again. For lethal, I would definitely change this to either a Semtex or a frag grenade. And then for lethal, for tactical, I would either change it to a stim or a flash or a stun grenade. So that's it, guys, on my class setup for the M4A1, and that's covering multiplayer and for Warzone as well. So if you guys found this video helpful at all, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications as well to join the Ghost Army on this YouTube channel. Also drop a like down below, as it will help out my YouTube channel a lot. And also comment as well, leaving your thoughts and opinion, and just leave a comment saying how well this gun class worked for you, and just leave a review on your loadout and give your thoughts on this loadout. So that's it, guys. It's been The Unknown here. I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video, and I'll see you all in my next YouTube video, guys. Tra Ghosts.